Paris won their fifth trophy of this calendar year as the Champions League holders beat Europa League victors Tottenham 4-3 on penalties after a dramatic 2-2 draw in Udine to earn a first-ever Super Cup success, despite being far from their best. Paris showed exactly why they are European champions as a late rally saw them come from 2-0 down in the 84th minute to draw level and ultimately come through on penalties to secure yet another piece of silverware. Spurs looked sharp from the off, making life uncomfortable for their opponents with a direct, high-pressing approach which new coach Thomas Frank appeared delighted with on the touchline. Their brightest moment in the early stages came when Richarlison won the ball back in midfield before playing a 1-2 with Mohamed Kudus and getting off a fierce strike, which recently signed Paris goalkeeper Lucas Chevalier did well to tip over. Luis Enrique's team appeared understandably rusty following a reduced preseason, uncharacteristically giving the ball away with loose passes on a number of occasions and struggling to get their danger men into the contest. They were made to pay on 39 minutes as they failed to deal with a free kick into the box from wide. Chevalier pushing João Palhinha's powerful effort onto the bar before Van de Ven, one of Spurs' heroes in their Europa League win in Bilbao, reacted first to pounce and tuck home the rebound. Paris were further stunned just minutes into the second half. Cristian Romero had been announced as Spurs captain for the upcoming season on Wednesday morning, and the Argentinian centre-back celebrated in some style, sending a header across Chevalier into the far corner from Pedro Porro's accurate cross to double his side's lead, but as time ticked by Les Rouges he blew up the tempo, Desire Doué smashing a low strike which Guillermo Vicario, playing in his home city, was able to parry away before Ousmane Dembélé curled wide. After a spell of pressure they finally got their reward, substitute Kang-In driving in a super strike from the edge of the box beyond Vicario to set up an enthralling finale. Paris seized the initiative and laid siege to the Spurs goal, and just when it looked like they'd left it too late Dembélé broke down the right and put in a fizzing cross which another substitute, Goncalo Ramos, converted with a diving header to spark delirium among the French supporters and take a scintillating contest to penalties. Vitinha missed Paris' first penalty but Van de Ven and Mathys Tel then failed to convert for Spurs, and it was left for Nuno Mendes to coolly stroke in the decisive fifth kick and earn Paris a first-ever Super Cup triumph. It is a perfect start to the season for the League One outfit. Spurs, though bitterly disappointed, will be able to take positives from the fact that they pushed arguably the best team in the world right to the end as they eye a deep run in the Champions League this season.